Welcome back to the Chasing Daylight, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. This is episode number 23, and we've got a real treat for you today. We were joined at the Las Vegas Country Club by ys.golf Yohan, Yo as everybody calls him. He was in town visiting with Ryan. They went out to the Waste Management on Friday and then played some golf out at LVCC on Saturday. And then we had this little outing, the Super Bowl outing out at LVCC that he also joined us for. We've been wanting to get him on the podcast and chat because his golf nerdiness is just impressive. He is, by all accounts, total golf nerd. And in the small amount of time we got to spend talking, it was fun to listen to what he had to say. He loves golf. He loves golf equipment. Total golf geek when it comes to shaft makeups and irons and putters and everything. So enjoy this little episode. We didn't get as much time with him as we liked. Our tee time came up pretty quickly and we had to get out of there. So this is kind of like a first half. We're going to get him back on the phone and finish this because he's got some amazing stories that we think everybody would really like to enjoy listening to. So enjoy Yo, and thanks for listening.
This unknown comes out of nowhere to lead the pack at Augusta. He's on his final hole. He's about 455 yards away. He's going to hit about a 2-iron, I think. Billy. Whoa, Billy.
Let it happen. Be the ball, Danny. You're not being the ball, Danny.
Well, it's kind of difficult with you talking like that.
Okay, I'm not talking.
Listen,
Welcome to the Chasing Daylight podcast.
Yeah. This is studio back room of the LVCC grill.
Studio mobster.
Oh, look, we have another guest.
We have another guest who just joined us.
What's going on,
Dr.
guys?
Roden in the house.
What's going on?
We're sitting here at the one of the tables at the Las Vegas Country Club.
Mo Bailiff's overlooking.
Oh, nice. Ryan is here.
What's up? We're having breakfast, by the way.
Roden, Doc just joined us.
What's going
and
on?
We have a special guest in town.
Special guest!
At ys_golf on Instagram.
Golf.
Golf. Oh,
Doc
sorry. Johan,
Morning.
how you doing, sir?
Great. Great
Welcome
to be here.
Vegas. Welcome to Vegas.
Thank you.
When was the last time you were here?
15 years ago. College years.
Wow.
First time was first year college, and I think towards the end of college we celebrated a little too hard, but yeah, that was last time.
How many courses have you played here in town?
Here in town, just one.
Just this one?
Yeah, just this one.
Oh, wow.
LVCC is a treat.
Oh.
We've ruined him.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
There's so many good courses out here. You got to broaden the horizon.
We're gonna.
But we will. Got time for that.
Get him out there.
So we got a little Super Bowl tournament that we're partaking in today. And so let's do that real quick. Roden, who you picking?
Gotta go Chiefs.
Yeah, I knew
Gotta
we were
go
gonna
Chiefs.
Oh,
Yeah, we
Dude, grew up in Missouri, man. Been watching Chiefs a long time.
gotta go with the Niners.
Ooh.
Oh, Joe Montana
Next.
fan here.
Niners, no question.
Oh, goodness.
What?
Oh, yeah.
Won't even be
No,
close.
What?
I'm not allowed to, even if I thought they were going to win, I'm not allowed to pick them because of my Cowboy affiliation. But
Oh, yeah, that hurts.
I think the same thing is going to happen as happened the last two games. The Niners are going to come out. They're going to score early. Their defense is going to stop them, and then Andy Reid's going to go in at halftime and inject everybody with the steroids that he's been putting in them for the second half, and you're going to see Mahomes just go nuts. But I'm looking for it to be a good game. But I'm picking the Chiefs.
There's only one positive to the Chiefs winning.
Only one.
Only one.
Only one.
And the only one is if they win, Ryan Fitzpatrick wins. You guys don't know that.
Fitzpatrick?
Yeah, if they win, he wins the Super Bowl.
Why?
Because Miami beat the Patriots in the last
Oh, yeah.
game of the season. Had they not beaten the Patriots, the Chiefs would not have been a top seed,
I don't think it matters.
and they wouldn't have had the bye.
I don't think it
No,
matters.
that name the last Super Bowl team that got to the Super Bowl coming from a bye.
Coming from
Coming
a bye?
come from without a bye?
Like
that
without
won
a bye.
3 games in a row? Didn't the Seahawks
Steelers
do
do
it?
it a little while ago.
Yeah, everybody. There's been a lot of teams.
Nope,
that
they didn't have home field advantage. But they all didn't have home field advantage, but none of them had a bye.
I think their skill set
I'll be all
on
about
the
it.
field doesn't.
We'll see.
We need the ESPN almanac. That's what we need.
Yeah, where's our stats guy? Where's
Right.
our stats guy?
Yeah, we need a stats guy.
Can I get a stats guy, please? All right, applications are now being accepted for stats guy.
Yes.
You have to be on the phone with us anytime.
I think Joe's leading candidate.
Joe is leading candidate. Okay.
Hidden Greens, Joe?
Hayden Green.
Him,
yeah.
Joe, Steve, the stats guy. Get,
Oh,
in
yeah.
there. Get after it. All right. So, you're in town. We've talked a lot about doing this for a while. I'm happy we actually got to do it. We were meant to do it in Orlando.
Yes.
Did not have time. We were busy playing a 24-some.
Yeah. 24/7, 22/7. Yeah.
Normally, when you say that, you don't say that you did that with a bunch of other dudes. So, I mean,
I wasn't going to go there, but if
Yes,
you
there was
wanna
golf
take it?
involved.
there was golf involved. There were some balls.
Thank goodness there was golf involved.
Some balls and holes.
So, you are based in Orlando. Been in Florida your whole life. What's up? with that?
Yep, been in Florida all my life. My background is South Korean. Parents immigrated here when I was 9. Just kind of landed in Florida, never left. Educated here. Just been here pretty much all my life.
Sneaky fun fact: that your parents have the coolest sandwich shop in Jacksonville.
Yeah, officially or unofficially.
They're kind of both. Yeah.
Yeah, kind of both. Depends on which side of the corporate world you're in, I guess, in a way, from it. So my parents have a hole-in-the-wall sandwich shop. They've had it for 30 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
And I think what makes it is my parents, really, in a way, because they're there for 10 hours a day.
Yeah.
Literally 10 hours a day. They wake up 4 o'clock, go in. Everything's made from scratch daily. I mean, there's people and customers that come in 5 days a week and eat the same thing, same time.
When it's good, you do it.
It is, and then I guess so. But really, the point of the story is that the building is the original Burger King in the world.
The first Burger King?
The first Burger King. So if you go back to the original story, there was 2 brothers, and again, I might be a little off with the story, but
We don't have a stats guy.
right, no stats
Yeah.
guys.
Don't come at me, stats guy.
So there were 2 brothers that started a little hamburger joint back in the day where like hamburgers like 8 cents, 10 cents, right? A little far back, and they called it Burger King. And it was successful, and the 2 brothers that started the Burger King Corporation kind of took over it and kind of kept the name and moved it down to Miami, where the corporate office is now. Maybe not. But so because of that, Burger King itself has now recognized us as the original Burger King. But if you go to the City of Jacksonville's archive and the history, we are recognized there as the original Burger King.
That is so cool.
Yeah.
See, any original store around here is now a cash check store.
Correct.
Oh, speaking of that too, we got a little funny sign in the store. It says we don't cash checks anymore. We have a good supply from last year. So,
Good sign.
and back in the day when everybody just cash checks, you know what I mean?
That's
It's
right.
like, hey, get a sandwich, cash your check, pack of cigarettes.
Yeah.
Well, my favorite part.
Notes from your grandma when you're 12.
Yeah, that's right. So it was funny when when I learned that, it was in this group chat, and he says something about, hey, yeah, this is my parents' place, and all these people had been there and never knew, and they're like, wait, that's my favorite sandwich shop in Jacksonville. Why didn't I know this? He's like, you didn't ask.
Well, and I did it with them for ever since I was like 9 years old. So it's kind of like I was tired of it. Mm-hmm. I grew up in it, and then it's just kind of like it was so natural to me. It was like, okay, I don't talk about it. Mm-hmm. But
So what got you into golf?
really, I got into golf very late. So about to break 40. It was 2009, and the reason why I remember it so well is because
That's when I started back.
my very first set of irons were the TaylorMade R9s.
Oh, wow.
So R9s 2009.
Yeah,
right,
you're
right,
right.
right.
R9s.
So didn't know anything about golf. Just went on a whim. My dad actually invited me to go to the range. So I meet up with him, and it's like a little mini course in Jacksonville called Hyde Park. We call it High Pasture. But it's great. I show up and I can't find him on the range. So next thing you know, it's like I call him. He's like, oh yeah, come to the front. I get there. He's on the first tee box. So my first actual experience with golf was
A surprise.
a surprise. Just, oh, range session. Okay, Dad. We get there. Nope. First tee. Don't know what I'm doing. But the minute that I saw the ball
No bad
curve,
thoughts.
right? Well, the minute I saw the ball curve and like kind of break physics in a way, I was like, I love it.
I've heard so many people say that
Right.
seeing the ball flight curve in the air
Right.
is what attracted him to it.
Right. I mean, without knowing, it's like magic, right? It's just
That's true.
do your finger thing, and it just kind of moves. And I was like, oh, okay, there you go. So, and ever since then, I just got into it. Range session, self-taught. Then tinkering, buying stuff from what was it? Dick's Sporting Goods. I think was the first buy. Yeah.
My first clubs were Primas from Sports Authority.
Right.
The Ping knockoffs.
But yeah, that was just basically it. I mean, my dad just kind of got me into it. For the longest time, I just thought it wasn't like a good sport or enjoyment. Just never got the idea of it. Why? And then as soon as I hit a ball, I was just like, Eureka, there it is. Where you been all my life?
So what's in your bag right now? Go through your set.
In the bag, I guess we'll start with the putter. I like to go with that. It is a Tour Issue Toulon. Is it the Vegas? The Fay, right? The
Fay.
7.
It's the
Yeah, the
Vegas,
Sam
yeah.
7.
Oh, my favorite look.
Right.
And it's got a little bit different shaft.
Well,
Go ahead, explain.
it's the stroke lap shaft.
You can drop a little drip. It's okay.
No,
Dude, you have to drop.
We can get saucy.
right. So it's
care.
yeah, for those. I mean, everything. If you say tour issue, it's like wow, but it really is. So the stroke lap shaft in it is a tour issue stroke lap. Didn't know it existed. Happened to get it from a friend of mine that has a golf shop, Just James Golf Orlando.
We'll get to that.
Plug, right? And I
Please
love
send your check to the breakfast ball at.
So yeah, I mean, I love the Tinkerer putters, and I just grabbed it, fell in love with it, and we started to work on it to get it to my spec. We cut it off and cut the grip off, and look in the back. It says it's a Tour Issue Tour Lock, which I didn't know it existed. Then it's a Tour Issue shaft on it. So I was like, no wonder it kind of felt a little bit better than retail. Then
Not as twisted.
It doesn't have the counterbalance.
it does have the counterbalance.
does?
It
Okay,
does,
yours
but
does?
it does.
It's stiffer though.
It is a little bit stiffer.
It's not like the stroke lab.
Right.
So he didn't
we call
tell
it
me.
twist face.
He just
Right.
he didn't tell me. He just told me. He said, "Go try this." Right. So I went and tried it, and I was totally blown away. Yeah, it's very different.
Right. And then, so depending on the day of the week, got another putter in the bag. It's
Well, there's one that you're going to have in the bag that's getting a little medical treatment.
Is it?
Huh?
Which one? I mean, there's a lot.
The one that's headed out to Denver to see the car.
Oh yeah, so it's a swag proto. It's got a
drip.
It's called
Like, literally on
yeah.
the face. It drips.
It's got a drip face. So from a swagger, that's what we call ourselves. A perspective, we have
I
different
saw your head
names.
covers.
Right,
You're,
yeah.
You're swagging, that's for sure.
So it's called the Predator face. Some say drip face. Some say Matrix face. It's got a really soft feel. It's plain, roll top, and I can't aim very well, so I need all the line help that I could get.
And
So
it's got nothing on it.
It's nothing on
It's
it.
like I don't even know how to describe the finish. It's not rainbow. It's like it has a little bit of iridescence.
Yeah,
but
iridescence.
It's darker.
Darker, yeah.
Yeah, it's
a
not
torch.
like
Yeah.
it's not like the rainbow, like the Rife rainbows or the Scotties or anything.
Right.
else. It's not like that. It's not like bright.
It's in the car, right?
Yeah, it's in the
I'll
car.
bring
Yeah,
it to
we'll
you.
grab it.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, take a
check
look
it
at
out.
it.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But we're gonna send it out to Carbon, do a little medical work.
yeah, medical
get a
work.
little line.
Hopefully, help me aim better. You know.
Go.
So then I guess we'll go to the wedges. Epon personal tour tour wedges. Very very clean.
They're so good.
Yeah, JDM. Is it Indo House Forging?
So good.
They're
Yeah.
such an underestimated
Oh yeah,
club.
yeah. And it's got the laser
Don't
etch
do
face.
the shafts yet.
No. So yeah,
Wait
we'll
on
go
the,
to
wait on
shaft.
all the shafts.
And then obviously the irons pitch through 4 Epon AF 505 and the forging again. The weights on it are D3 to D8 to the wedges, look a little bit heavier. And the hybrid.
Yeah.
So the missile launcher, yeah, it's a
Yes.
Ping G410 2 hybrid,
There you go.
and
That face is ridiculous.
I'll
Same
go
as
with-
the 3-wood.
yeah, so the
I'm
3-wood.
convinced the 3-wood has been shaved.
yeah, so so the 3-wood. Now the reason why I went to that
It is.
is because I love having a flatter lie angle, and Ping is the only one that can change the lie angle 3 degrees flat and still keep the same loft.
Yep.
So amazing. And then driver, which one?
Go current.
Current, the one that I played with yesterday. So it is a 2017 M2 tour issue with 2 CT hotspots. So the toe on it is actually hotter than the center face. 252 CT, if anybody knows what that means, it's just ridiculously hot.
And when they measure, that, you can actually see the double dots.
Ridiculous.
It's absolutely. It feels. It's got how much time did they put in it?
I think we put. So initially, we were only going to put like 4 grams to help with the sound.
And there's a unique process that is only available at Jesse James Golf.
Well, it's available at other places as well, but we tend to tinker a little bit more and take chances.
As soon as you hear mine, you're gonna say, "Can I take that with me and send it back to you?"
It needs to be hot melted.
Oh yeah, so
Mine sounds like a DeMarini.
back weight taken off went from 11 to 4. We put in 8 grams of hot melt. Specific locations for my flight and pattern, and then again with sound. So yeah, that's the current gamer. My backup to it is the Callaway Epic Flash Triple Diamond Sub-Zero mouthful. Same thing, same process, hot melted.
Different shaft. You get
different
TZ5
shaft.
in there, right?
So yeah, the Callaway has a TZ5, 55, N5, and shaft weighs like 45 grams. But it's like CPM at like about 7.5, which is pretty good, pretty high. But I get along with it and I don't get along with it.
Yeah, and that's why you tested out the M2 right before you got here. So the M2's got the TZ6 in it.
Right. So the M2 came back in the bag because of the sim. I have a sim on order. And
Dave's over here gritting your ear 'cause he's got a 70.
He's playing a 70.
beside himself.
It's so good.
tour issue.
Mine's not.
Yeah.
Mine's not. It's animal style though.
Right.
Double weights.
Double weight.
Double. Wow.
Yeah,
Oof,
animal
I
style.
gotta see that.
It's a monster.
So I decided to go with a different shaft on it. I went to a TZ6 65 M5. Just wanted a little bit more kick. So
I want
This
you
is golf nerd heaven right now.
golf nerd. So I got
I'm
something
going
now.
for days.
So I want you to talk about your iron and wedge shafts.
Wait, before we get into that,
Yeah.
what's your grip? What grip are you playing?
So I used to play a Japanese grip called Torji. It's a little softer. Kind of has that the dynamic feel to it, but with the tackiness of the golf pride. But it's a little too soft, especially for like the Florida moisture. It tends to get it swells a little bit. Probably went like 20 rounds before I start to wear. So now I'm actually back to the OG Golf Pride logo down. Actually, no, I'm sorry.
those
That's
can't
for the
hear that.
driver and the wood. So my irons, I have a little different setup, which is amazing. So it gets into a little geeky talk here.
Okay.
So I'll start with the shaft, I guess. It is the Acra Tour 124i. So all the way from my irons down to my wedges.
Graphite.
Graphite, yes, graphite. I do play graphite.
And he's not an old man.
I am not an old man.
At
At least for another
Graphite.
year.
I don't know what the pairings for this round is, but I need to play with him. I need to see those guys.
Right. So I went with the 124. So I was fitted kind of in between the 125, 124. Different characteristics, different material, but I like to have the ball move a little bit, and the 124 helped me kind of, make that draw become an actual draw.
What time are we
Go.
teeing off?
Yeah, so keep going. Finish this 2 minutes, and then we'll pause, and then we'll finish up.
Sure, absolutely. So the 124 all the way through, amazing feel. I will never ever go back to a steel shaft.
That's what I wanted him to get
Yeah,
out.
Yeah.
I am a low launch, low spin guy with the irons, and it's great. It's not that low because don't let that scare you. It works for everybody, differently for everybody. But I went with the 124 for the feel, and the grip setup. I'll kind of end it on that real quick. So I went with the Golf Pride MCC4 Tour Velvet. But I also went, so there's four layers on the right hand, but I also put 2 layers there. And I put 1 layer on the left hand. So now I'm technically, what?
3 and 6.
3 and 6.
Yeah.
So that actually helps me not over rotate the hands. And
Yeah, because
obviously-
he has a like a consistent draw.
Yeah.
like not
Handsy hook?
not a handsy.
Oh, no,
hook.
it was a
Like,
handsy hook.
He literally, it's like it's pretty much straight, and then it just falls left.
Right.
Okay.
So let's put it this way. My path is probably 12-6.
Right.
Yeah, into out 12.
And then wow.
But with this setup, for some reason, it actually brought me down really, really neutral. But the face angle at impact kind of hurts me. So that's why the ball goes more left than I want to.
Yeah.
So
What ball?
so I was with the Pro V1X Left Dash for about 6 months. For this trip, TP5X, the good old TP5X, trusty TP5X is coming back.
And golf bag.
Golf bag. Right now, the one I'm using is the Vessel Light Limited. Love that bag. Probably need like a staff bag with all the stuff I have in the bag.
You brought a chunk.
Yeah, I mean, don't count my clubs. Like 17 clubs, probably.
Need to go here.
Right.
So
But yeah.
Cool.
All right,
Love
well,
it.
we're gonna go get a little warm up in real quick before we tee off, and we're gonna pick
back.
this up
Pick this up
afterwards. Thanks for
is so
joining
fun.
us, and we'll be back.
We'll be back.
Awesome.
The Chasing Daylight podcast is brought to you by Good Walk Coffee Company. Premium coffee is born from a shared passion for great coffee and our love for the game of golf. We source the best beans from around the world, roast them to perfection, and deliver fresh to your door. Buy a single bag from our website or do yourself a favor and subscribe to save 15%, get free shipping, and never run out of your new favorite coffee. Go to goodwalkcoffee.com to order now. That is goodwalkcoffee.com. So that was a little taste of Yo. What a great guy. It was a blast playing with him. We had some things come up afterwards, some obligations from actually everybody had things that they had to get done, and the golf ran a little bit late. So we didn't have time to sit down and chat with him after the round. So Ryan and I are going to find some time, get him on the phone and finish it because he's still got a lot to say. So look forward to that. Also just confirmed I'm going to have the gentleman who's running Take Pride Golf on the show sometime this week. So we'll get that episode done and out to you guys. Thank you so much for listening. This has been episode number 23, and we appreciate it.